the mainstream sucks so much, then surely people would go to the local scene to find something. But I don't know. That's just something.
I feel you. So then, what's the challenge that you faced doing all of this in the music? What's one of your biggest challenges that you have to overcome?
From a promoter standpoint, I think it's really finding that in-between ground of being sustainable. Making sure that we can make money and have more, but not like, being rude about it or something like that. From an artist, I'd say marketing is the biggest challenge. We're artists, we're not content creators. There's a big difference, and nowadays the best way to market is be a content creator. And that kind of sucks, because if that's not your personality and that's not who you are, then the people who do have the personality and the people who are like big into content creation are going to shine brighter. They're going to look better. And that's unfortunate, because you got some really cool artists with great music who their personality just isn't that like in your face, TikTok, Instagram all the time type shit. They're making beautiful music, but we're just not going to see it because buddy who posted 10 TikToks with his song on it 10 times is what's going to pop up. Mm-hmm. So marketing, and that's always going to be tough for artists. I can't, once I have the budget, I'm definitely going to get a professional marketing team. I don't know when that is, but once I have this team for a while and I can learn from them, I'm hoping I can spread that information, that wealth to everybody else, because that shit's not easy. And then lastly, for MC, I think the tough thing is honestly being an MC. It's not easy. You get crowds that are just icy. They don't want to participate. They don't want to be there almost, And then you get some artists who are divas. They're hard to work with. They're there to get their 10 minutes of fame, then dip. It's hard to convince the crowd to cheer this dude on whenever he's being a dick. Meet us halfway, So just being an MC is the toughest part about being an MC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So tell us, during all of this, did you have a significant other while going to college, making music? Did you have someone else that you would count to that?
Good portion of college, my 2 years at U of I had a relationship, and it was definitely good for me. I was, 19 whenever we started dating, and like I said, you never stop growing up, don't get me wrong, but the time when you really grow up is 18 to 25. That those years, you figure out so much about yourself, you figure so much about life, you figure out so much, and having someone there in those first 2 years, whenever you're really contemplating who you are and trying to figure that shit out, it's nice. It's really nice. You eventually grow up a little bit, figure out things just aren't where they should be, you part ways. And for a good portion, I was just flying solo for a good amount of time. And then come back now, here in the present, I'm 25, I'm super busy all the time, and I feel the need to have a companion almost, but literally I feel so busy that I know I just couldn't establish the connection with somebody right now. And I truly mean that, because, if you're a dude and you get bored, first thing you do is start Snapchatting, talking to females and stuff like that. But I'm literally so busy, I'm I can't even get around to text the homies back, So right now, it would be nice, have someone to go on the roads with and shit like that. But it's just so busy, it feels like I wouldn't be able to have a real good connection if I wanted one right now.
So this is something that you're going to probably search out when you've already established yourself. You can maybe sit back in a boss position from the team,
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's where I want to take things too. Really is.
So one year, do you think you will be in this boss status seat?
So that's a great question. But I want to, by 2025, I want to have my own music festival. All the big names, like a Rolling Loud. You know, I don't know what I'm going to call it yet, but I want to have my full festival. That is my end goal. That's my Z. You know, I've got B, C, D, E, F, G, all the way to get there. I think boss, real business type shit is probably right there in the middle. So if I'm saying 2025 full festival, it's 22 now, you know, 24, 23, right in between there. I'm already looking up how to form my own LLC, how to pay taxes properly. Like, I want it to be by the book. I want it to be a real business. I don't want someone to just be like, oh yeah, Derek throws these, my real name Derek, by the way. Oh, Derek throws these little underground shows, and oh, sometimes he brings out a cool headliner, but yeah, it seems like he's just kind of floating. Like, no, I want it to be like, oh, he's doing this in other states, he's doing this everywhere, he's doing this with other genres. I want it to be a real business, and people, you know, take it serious like it, you know.
Yeah. So you said you were talking about a team. I hear team constantly in your words. Do you have a team as of this moment?
Yes and no. Not like whenever I had the manager and we had a lot of people in that team that was like actual contracted individuals and stuff like this. Right now at the moment, I definitely have a team, but it's more friendship based. It's just, you know, I have photographers that are ready to jump out at a show at a moment's notice. I've got venue owners who just support me in the brand, and they're hitting me up being like, hey, let me know if there's a show you want to put on here. My team is just my network at this point. And, you know, you don't have to have contracted individuals to have a team. You just need a good support base and have a network with different individuals. You need the you need the photographers, you need the video people, the shed, you know, you guys having this platform, people need you on their team. You need all these individuals, and like I said, don't gotta be contracted, specific, it just gotta be people in your network that you know are rocking with you and are ready to help you out as well as you help them out. So that's my team right now.
Yeah. So before we wrap up, we want to talk about crazy stories, crazy fan stories, crazy after party stories from you guys, from living the life of the artist. Do you have any that you want to share?
I'm going to go to the story of the first time I ever performed. So I was 18, and I can't even remember the place, what it was called, but it was this little bar on the south side of Chicago, and drive by myself all the way up there. Remember, like, this is probably the second or third time I've ever been to a city, Damn. And I go to south side Chicago. So we go up there, and it's me and the manager, dude. And it's snowing like crazy. It snowed 3 feet of snow. We parked the car, and then boom, we were just chilling. And I went, dude, no one's gonna come. No one's gonna drive through this. And he goes,